Hi, I hope you're doing well today. I wanted to talk to you about something that happened during a lesson this morning with a young student that I have. She's in the sixth grade, and I'd given her several instructions to follow to go through a course, and each of the instructions lined her up for the next obstacle. And it was a very straightforward, easy to follow at her level plan of instructions. And she didn't follow them exactly right, and she kept getting off course. And each obstacle got worse and worse because her positioning was off further and further as she went through it. And we stood there and talked a little bit about the importance of following instructions completely, to follow all of them in order, and how every instruction gives you the plan to reach the next instruction for the to complete the end goal. And after the lesson, I got thinking a little bit about it, and she did much better after that. But I got thinking about how in life, sometimes we're just at a loss as to what to do, and it would be nice if there was an instruction manual to tell us how to navigate through things. And there is. It's God's Word, the Bible. In it is instruction on how we should live, how we should handle situations, how we should pray, how we should treat one another. But so often we want to cherry pick what we read and what we believe, and we take things out of context to fit our agendas. We leave something out because, oh, it doesn't sound like that's fair, and a loving God wouldn't say that. Well, that's not how things work. God gave us the Bible. The writings are inspired by Him. It is true, and we have to follow it if we want to please Him. I think back to all the times in my life that I sat back and said, God, why am I going through this? Why are you letting me experience this? Why are you putting me through this? And as I got older and wiser, which took several decades, I realized this wasn't from God when I was having problems. I did it on my own. I didn't need His help to screw up my life. I screwed it up because I allowed sin into my life. I didn't have the faith I needed in Him. I hadn't grown as a Christian like I needed to. And I allowed that sin in, and then I went and took pleasure in it. And I made excuses to justify what I was doing. I picked and chose what I wanted to believe and what I didn't want to believe. Thankful that I came to a realization that that's just not how it works. And as I apply that to horsemanship, I realized over the last year and a half, 2 years, as my journey with Christ has grown and strengthened, that to be a good leader for a horse, to be the master and have them willfully follow what I want, I have to be a good servant to my master, Christ. He's the ultimate master, and He wants us to be a servant to Him willingly. He's given us free will. He wants us to trust and follow Him and do His bidding willingly. That's what we want out of our horse. The best way that we can learn to be a fair and good master to our horses so they willfully follow us is to learn how to be a good servant to begin with and have faith in following Christ. Something to think about today. Are you a servant? Are you a true servant? Do you willfully do whatever God asks? If you don't, you can't be a servant. How do you expect your horses to be a servant to you? It's a good question for you to ponder on. Think about it. Get into the Word. Study it. Try to live by it. Good luck. Have fun with your horses today.